the power of your thoughts, transforming your life through conscious belief. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine standing at a crossroads in your life. To one side, you see the well-worn path you've been walking, filled with familiar routines, struggles, and self-doubt. It's safe, predictable, and yet, somehow, deeply unsatisfying. To the other side, there's a path that feels different. It's unpaved, uncertain, but it radiates possibility. This is the path of your untapped potential. What if I told you that the only thing keeping you from stepping onto that path and fully realizing your potential is the story you tell yourself about who you are? Dr. Bruce Lipton, a pioneer in the field of epigenetics, discovered a revolutionary truth. Your life is not controlled by your genes, but by your beliefs. For decades, we've been told a false narrative, that we are prisoners of our DNA, bound by the genetic codes passed down from generation to generation. But this is a myth. Genes are not destiny. They are blueprints filled with potential. But it is your thoughts, emotions, and environment that determine which blueprints come to life. You are the architect of your reality. Let me share a story. Clara grew up in a family where diabetes was seen as inevitable. Both her parents and grandparents struggled with it, and she assumed her fate was sealed. She resigned herself to a life of restrictions and fear, believing her genetics would dictate her health. Then Clara discovered Dr. Lipton's work and learned about the power of her mind to influence her biology. She began changing her beliefs. Instead of saying, "I'm doomed to this disease," she repeated affirmations like, "My body is resilient. I create my health through my choices." Clara transformed her lifestyle, her thoughts, and her environment. Over time, not only did her physical health improve, but she also found herself more energized, optimistic, and empowered. Her family's history no longer defined her future. Clara's story isn't unique. It's a testament to the transformative power of belief. Epigenetics proves that your environment, emotions, and thoughts have the power to activate or silence genes. Your beliefs influence your biology at the cellular level, and by shifting your mindset, you can literally reshape your life. Now, take a moment to reflect on the beliefs you've carried throughout your life. Perhaps you've told yourself, "I'll never be financially stable," or "I'm not creative," or "I'm not worthy of love." These aren't facts. They're inherited programs, stories you've absorbed from your family, society, or past experiences. The good news is that these stories can be rewritten. Start by identifying one belief that has held you back. Maybe it's about your career, your relationships, or your self-worth. Write it down. Ask yourself, where did this belief come from? Is it serving me, or is it limiting me? What new belief would better align with the life I want to create? For example, if you've been telling yourself, "I'm not good at speaking up for myself," reframe it as, "My voice matters, and I have the right to express my needs." Repetition is key. Affirm this belief every day until it becomes your new reality. But beliefs alone aren't enough. Your environment plays an equally critical role. Imagine planting a seed in rocky, barren soil. No matter how much you water it, that seed will struggle to grow. Now, imagine planting the same seed in rich, fertile soil under warm sunlight. Growth becomes effortless. Your thoughts are the seeds, and your environment is the soil. So ask yourself, is my environment nurturing my growth, or is it holding me back? One woman I know, Maya, realized that her environment was stifling her potential. Her home was cluttered, her relationships were draining, and her days were filled with negativity. Inspired by Dr. Lipton's teachings, she began to make changes. She cleared her space, surrounded herself with people who uplifted her, and immersed herself in positive, inspiring content. The results were profound. Maya felt lighter, more focused, and more confident in pursuing her goals. You can start small. Add uplifting quotes to your workspace. Spend more time with people who energize you. Create a physical space that feels like a sanctuary. Each small change contributes to a larger transformation. Of course, change is rarely easy. Stepping into a new identity often comes with fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. But here's the secret. Fear isn't a stop sign. It's a signal that you're growing. Think of a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis. The struggle is what strengthens its wings, preparing it to fly. Your fear is your chrysalis, It's uncomfortable, yes, but it's also a sign of transformation. Take Julia, for example. She had always dreamed of starting her own business, but was paralyzed by the fear of failure. She worried about money, about what people would think, about leaving the security of her job. Then she learned about the power of visualization. Dr. Lipton explains that when you vividly imagine your desired future, your brain begins creating neural pathways that align with that vision. Julia started visualizing her success daily. She pictured happy clients, financial abundance, and the freedom of being her own boss. Over time, her fear faded, replaced by excitement and determination. Today, Julia is running a thriving business. Visualization is a tool you can start using today. Close your eyes and imagine your ideal life. What does it look like? Who are you surrounded by? How do you feel? Engage all your senses, see, hear, and feel the joy, pride, and gratitude of living that life. The more vividly you imagine it, the more your mind aligns with making it a reality. Transformation isn't just personal, it's collective. When you reclaim your power, you don't just change your life, you inspire those around you. Think of the ripple effect your growth can have. Your confidence sets a new standard for your children, your friends, your community. By stepping into your power, you give others permission to do the same. Imagine a world where every woman embraced her worth and let go of limiting beliefs. A world where women lived authentically, without fear or apology. That world starts with you. As we close, I invite you to take a deep breath. Place your hand over your heart and repeat after me. I am worthy of success, love, and joy. My thoughts shape my reality, and I choose to thrive. This isn't just a mantra, it's a commitment to yourself, to your potential, and to the extraordinary life waiting for you. Today, you hold the pen. What story will you write? But what happens next? The truth is, rewriting your story doesn't end with a single decision. It's a practice, a journey, and yes, at times, a challenge. As you begin to rewrite the narratives that have held you back, the world around you might resist. Not everyone will celebrate your transformation. Some might even try to pull you back into the patterns they're comfortable with. But here's the thing. Growth isn't about making others comfortable. It's about honoring the truth of who you are. Let me share a powerful example. A woman named Elena decided to take control of her story after years of putting others' needs before her own. She had grown up believing that selflessness meant sacrificing her dreams for the sake of her family. When she began to prioritize her personal growth, setting boundaries, pursuing her goals, and affirming her worth, she faced resistance. Friends accused her of being selfish, and her family struggled to adjust to the new dynamics. At first, Elena questioned herself. Was she being selfish? Was she abandoning the people she loved? But then she remembered a simple truth. You cannot pour from an empty cup. She realized that by becoming the best version of herself, she could give more love, more support, more inspiration. Over time, her relationships evolved. Some grew stronger as others faded away, and the space created by those losses was filled with people who celebrated her journey. Think about your own life. Are there people, habits, or environments that resist your growth? This isn't about cutting ties impulsively. It's about consciously choosing what aligns with the person you're becoming. Start small. Practice saying no to things that drain your energy and yes to the opportunities that excite you, even if they scare you. Fear and discomfort are part of the process, but they are also signs of progress. Each time you push past fear, you expand your capacity for courage. Each time you face discomfort, you grow stronger. Remember, the butterfly's wings don't strengthen in comfort. They strengthen through struggle. Your transformation is no different. One of the most transformative tools you can use during this journey is self-compassion. For so many women, the inner dialogue is harsher than any external criticism. We berate ourselves for not doing enough, not being enough, not achieving enough. But imagine if you spoke to yourself the way you'd speak to a dear friend. Would you say, "You'll never succeed," or "You're not good enough"? Of course not. You'd encourage her, uplift her, remind her of her worth. So why not extend that same kindness to yourself? Self-compassion isn't about excusing failure. It's about recognizing that failure is part of the process. It's about giving yourself the grace to grow. The next time you catch yourself in a moment of self-criticism, pause. Take a deep breath and replace the criticism with compassion. Say to yourself, I'm doing the best I can, and that is enough. Another powerful practice is gratitude. Gratitude is often misunderstood as simply being thankful for the good things in life. But true gratitude is deeper. It's a way of seeing the world through a lens of abundance, even in the face of challenges. Dr. Bruce Lipton's research shows that gratitude shifts the brain into a state of receptivity and growth. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you rewire your brain to notice opportunities, strengths, and possibilities. Start a gratitude journal. Each morning or evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be big or small: the support of a friend, the warmth of the sun, the fact that you showed up for yourself today. Over time, this practice trains your mind to focus on abundance rather than lack, and as your perspective shifts, so does your reality. Now, let's address one of the biggest challenges in personal transformation: consistency. The excitement of starting a new journey is often followed by the reality of maintaining it. This is where routines become your greatest ally. Routines anchor your intentions into daily life, turning aspirations into habits. Here's a simple yet powerful routine you can adopt. Morning intention. Start each day by setting an intention. Ask yourself, who do I want to be today? Write it down and let it guide your actions. Midday. Pause. Take a few minutes during your day to pause, breathe, and realign with your intention. Reflect on your progress and adjust if needed. Evening. Reflection. End each day with gratitude and self-compassion. Acknowledge your wins, no matter how small, and forgive yourself for any missteps. These small practices, done consistently, create profound shifts over time. They remind you that transformation isn't about perfection. It's about showing up day after day for yourself. Finally, let's return to the ripple effect of your transformation. Your growth isn't just about you. It's about the impact you have on the world around you. When you step into your power, you inspire others to do the same. Think of the women in your life, your friends, your colleagues, your daughters, or even strangers who cross your path. What would it mean for them to see you thriving, to see you living boldly, authentically, unapologetically? Your transformation creates a new standard, a new possibility. It shows others that change is possible, that growth is worth the effort, and that life can be more than survival. It can be beautiful, fulfilling, and abundant. So, as we conclude, I want to leave you with this thought. You are not your past. You are not your circumstances. You are not your fears. You are the creator of your reality. Take a deep breath and repeat after me. I am worthy. I am powerful. I am the author of my story. Today you stand at the crossroads. The pen is in your hand. What story will you write? The world is waiting to see.